I'm going to tell you about an experience I had many, many years ago that I swear on my life is 100% true. Back in my early 20s in San Francisco, I was a private events bartender, and I got sent on a job with just me and one manager to the Presidio, which is the old military base in San Francisco, to the Officers Club. It was available. It was basically a private venue at this point, but I was sent to go bartend a job there. So just me and the manager. This was during the .com thing, the big .com boom. So it was a party for a .com. It was 20-somethings, all 20-somethings. And by the end of the night, it was just maybe 8 or 10 of them left, all drunk as hell and freak dancing each other down at the other end of the room. Now, when we got there, we set up my bar right in front of this big old fireplace. And that's, where I worked all night. Most of the party was going on down the other end of the hall, but that's where I worked all night. My manager pretty much stayed in the back all night. Then towards the end of the night, close to the end of the job, a woman came into the room from the doors right across from the fireplace. A woman came into the room in a Spanish dress, like a period-looking dress. It looked like a period Spanish dress. And it was pretty late at this point. We only had maybe an hour left of the party. It was maybe 11 or maybe it was 10. I think it was 11. Anyway, so I thought, well, this is weird. Is she the entertainment? She's a little late to be the entertainment to be here because, why would she... Who would be coming in at this hour dressed like that if she wasn't entertainment, but still it was late? So I kind of looked down at the other end of the room. Nobody's noticing what's going on. 7 or 8 people maybe now by this time, just drunk, doing their drunk thing. She walks right up to my bar and she asks me in a soft voice, she just asked me if I could move my bar. And I sort of looked at her for a second. I was like, it's the end of the night and we're almost done with this party and I don't know why. I kind of gave her a hesitant, I hesitated is what I did. And then she said something, she motioned with her head, can I get around to the fireplace? She wanted me to move the bar so she could get to the fireplace is what she was communicating to me. With a sweet little smile, soft-spoken woman with a sweet little smile in this period Spanish dress. Now I'm thinking, okay, this is weird. What, is she here to clean the fireplace? That's what I'm thinking at this point, because I had no idea. Why would she want to get to the fireplace? Does she want to clean the fireplace at this hour during a party in that dress? Seemed a little strange to me. So I decided I'm going to pass the buck. I don't want to deal with this. I have no idea what this lady's all about. So I went into the back, through the kitchen, out to the van where my manager was smoking cigarettes. I said, hey, can you come here? Somebody has a question. Told her, somebody wants me to move the bar. They want to get to the fireplace. I don't know what's going on, some woman. So we came back, my manager and myself, we came back to the bar and the woman was gone. She wasn't there anymore. So, okay, fine. Finish bartending the rest of the night, pack up, and we leave. 5 years later, I'm married. I'm with my husband. We are watching TV and Ghost Hunters comes on. They do an episode. We had watched Ghost Hunters fairly regularly, but they do an episode they go, we're going to do one about the Officers Club in San Francisco, in the Presidio. I thought, yeah, I've worked there. And then they proceed to tell a story about a ghost that was actually fairly famous. I had never heard of her, but she was, I guess, fairly famous because everybody had seen, like so many people had seen her. She had made believers out of these, extreme skeptical military men. It was a woman in a Spanish dress that was always at the fireplace. That was what this Ghost Hunters was about. The ghost of a woman in a Spanish dress who seemed to basically live at the fireplace. So my jaw fell on the floor. I was like, oh my God, that instance, that thing that happened 5 years ago, it all makes sense now. It didn't make sense for a long time, but I never forgot it because it was weird. It all makes sense now. I mean, what other explanation could there be? People try to come up with all of these things. Eventually you get to a place where you're trying to make things seem normal in your rational world actually is far more fantastic than just accepting what it is. Okay, I was a ghost. I was talking to a ghost. Any other explanation seems like beyond what's reasonable. So I talked to a ghost and didn't know it for 5 years. She looked like a flesh and blood woman to me, but that she was a ghost made complete sense later, 5 years later. 100% on my honor, on my life. This is a 100% true story. This truly happened.